Good morning. Shall begin with today's aspect, that is the occurrence of lanthanides, the position of lanthanides, and the next aspect of this topic that we are going to study, which is very important, is the study of actinides. In the beginning of this topic, we have studied that the lanthanide elements, they do occur together. They show similar chemical properties. Because they show similar properties, it is very difficult to separate these ions that we know. While studying this topic, we have seen the electronic configuration where europium atom number 63, that element shows unusual electronic configuration, that is the 4f7 configuration, which offers extra stability associated with completely half-filled electronics of shell. After this, the atomic number 70 is of ytterbium, where again there is extra stability which is associated with completely filled electronics of shells. So ytterbium atomic number 70, just a minute. In this context, we have studied the electronic configuration with completely half-filled and completely filled electrons of shell. Their first extra stability, which is 4f7 or 4f10 configurations respectively. After this, we have studied the variable oxidation states shown by the lanthanide elements, wherein we have studied so many oxidation states of all these 15 members, but the point to be remembered in this oxidation state is that all these lanthanide elements, they do display +3 as a major principal or common oxidation state on account of the group valency that is attributed to all these members. Some few members, they do display the +2 as a lower oxidation states, and some members of this lambda series, they show +4 as a highest oxidation state. Other than +2 or highest oxidation state, that is a +4, these elements do not display any other oxidation states. The stability of these unusual oxidation states, that is depends upon the acquiring F0, F7 and F14 configurations respectively, that we have already studied, and we have worked out how these elements, they do display the unusual oxidation states, that is having extra stability associated with F0, F7 and F14 configurations. There are some cases where these elements, they also show F1, F2, F3 and so on, all these configurations, but their stability cannot be explained on the basis that they acquire the F0, F14 or F7 configurations respectively. After this, we have studied the lanthanide contraction, where we have seen that there is a steady decrease in atomic dimensions, with the increase in atomic number is known as the lanthanide contraction. That means there is a shrinkage in the dimensions of the atomic or ionic radii takes place as the atomic number increases. We have best explained that as the atomic number increases, the inward pull experienced by these electrons increases because addition of electron takes place to the same electronic subshell, that is a 4f, and hence inward pull experienced by these electrons increases as the atom number increases, and hence the outermost shell of electron that is pulled towards the nucleus, hence there is a decrease in atomic dimension, what we call as a shrinkage, that we have studied also. After this, we have seen the separation of lanthanides. In this separation of lanthanides, we have studied that the 15 members, those do occur together. They do have similar chemical properties. So scientists in the early days, they have thought of different methods, but those methods which are followed by the scientists in the early days, those methods are time consuming, tedious, and laborious even on a small scale. So the modern method nowadays is used to separate the members from their individual ions is the ion exchange method, where these elements can easily be separated from one another. This is also known as the ion exchange chromatography, and this ion exchange chromatography that is wholly depends upon the differences in the physical property. We know that all these 15 members, they are having similar chemical properties, but they are having differences in their physical properties, that is the size difference that we have studied while studying the lanthanide contraction. Here, when the aqueous solution of tripositive lanthanide ions that is poured down through the column containing cation exchange of resin, here the first of all, the ion which is big in size, more basic, more electropositive, that gets adsorbed first on the column, followed by other members in the increasing order of their atomic number. To have effective separation of these ions into their individual ions, again a buffer solution containing ammonium citrate citric acid having the pH between 3 to 7 that is allowed to pass down through this column. Here the ion which is small in size, the least basic, least electropositive, having highest ionization enthalpy, that forms a stronger complex and that is very loosely bound with the ion exchange resin, while the ion which is big in size, more basic, more metallic, having very low ionization enthalpy or ionization potential, that is very tightly bound. Because the complexation increases as the atomic number increases, the ion which is loosely bound or the ion which can form a stable complex with the ammonium citrate citric acid, that is very loosely bound, and hence that is eluted out of the column first, followed by other members in the decreasing order of their atomic number, and hence we have seen that first member that is eluted out of the column is the lutetium, then ytterbium, and all other members in their decreasing order of their atomic number, and at last lutetium is eluted. Because due to addition of the buffer solution, that is ammonium citrate citric acid, colored bands, different colored bands, as if it is a rainbow, which is obtained on the ion exchange column, and hence different colors for different ions have been obtained, and because the colors are obtained due to addition of buffer solution, and hence this technique of ion exchange is also known as the ion exchange chromatography. So all these facts that we know today, we are going to proceed further with the occurrence of these lanthanides. As we know, all these members, they do occur together. Because they do occur together, they are having similar chemical behavior. So lanthanoids being chemically very active, it is known in chemistry theory that those elements which are active, they do not found in its elemental form. For example, lanthanum does not occur in the form of a lanthanum, or cerium does not occur in the form of cerium as an elemental state, or gadolinium, and so on. Because of their reactivity, they always form a complex with a non-metallic stuff that is present in the atmosphere, either silicates, carbonates, or sulfates, sulfides, etc. So they occur in nature in very minute quantities in large number of minerals. Here, I would like to point out the promethium atomic number 61. This is the only element that does not occur in nature amongst all the 15 members. This is one of the fission product or nuclear product which is obtained by artificially or by artificial means, and hence except to promethium atomic number 61, all the members they occur in the form of their minerals. More than 100 minerals containing these elements are known and are usually in the complex form. Just now I have said that because of their reactivity, they do not occur in its elementary form. Among the minerals, only the silicates are more common. That means all the elements they do occur in the form of their silicates, because plenty of silicates are available in the nature, and hence because of the reactivity of all these elements, they do occur in the majority of these elements, they do occur in the form of their silicates, which is a more common, while phosphates are also plentiful. So in addition to silicates, phosphates, that is the lanthanum phosphate, cerium phosphate, gadolinium phosphate, all phosphates may also be present and are more important. Further, lanthanums are found to occur as halides also, carbonates, oxides, titanates, uranates, zirconates, etc., with varying degree of complexity. That means the complexation with either of these non-metallic stuff is rather less as compared to silicates and phosphates, which are more common. The traces of lanthanides are also found in the form of a coal. Sometimes the human bones or animal bones, they also contain these lanthanide elements. In addition to this, the tobacco and rice, they also contain these lanthanide elements in minute quantities. Depending upon the abundance or the occurrence of all these lanthanide elements, the scientist Harkin, he found that those elements which are having odd atomic number, for example, 57, 59, 61, 63, 65, all these elements which are having odd atomic number, the abundance of all these elements is very, very less. So he found that Harkin's rule is known as those elements which are having odd atomic number are less plentiful. That means, in other words, we can say that those elements which are having even atomic number are found in greater quantities, or the adjacent metals, those are found in greater quantities, or the abundance of which is very, very high. So Harkin's rule, which states that those elements having odd atomic numbers, those are less plentiful. So all these elements, they obey Harkin's rule. So this is all about the occurrence here. To point to be noted here, except to promethium atomic number 61, all the elements, they do occur in nature in the complex form. Majority of them are in silicates, and majority of them are also in the form of phosphates. Few traces of chlorides, oxides, and carbonates, they also do occur in nature. The percentage abundance is very less as compared to silicates and phosphates. Now we shall move to the next, that is the position of lanthanides in the periodic table. Now sometimes a question may be asked on multiple choice question basis, that you will be given 4 different options which are very close to each other. You should remember the exact position of all these lanthanides. While assigning the exact position, suppose for example, if I take a name of any one of our student, and if I want to assign the position of this student in our college or in our institution, then we can assign the position of any of your students, that this is the name of the student, that he is studying in Devchand College, Arjun Nagar. He is also studying in BSc 3 class, and in more feature common, that he is also offered chemistry as a major subject for his BSc 3 level, having the roll number so and so. So this is how we have assigned a position of a particular student. Similarly, we have to assign a particular position for all the lanthanide elements. As we know in the beginning, while studying the periodic table, we have seen that all the lanthanides, they are placed in third B group of the periodic table. And because of this, a common oxidation state that is shown by all the lanthanides. So here, the third B group, that is very important. And while coming down from hydrogen to the last element, that is a radium, here we have seen the sixth period which starts with the element, and the seventh period which starts with another element that is known as a barium. So after cesium from first A group comes barium, atom number 56, and after atom number 66 in the sixth period, a series of 15 elements starts, and here the sixth period word is very important. So I would like to show you here how the position can be assigned for all the lanthanides. Let's see how we can assign the position for these lanthanides. Here, while assigning the position of lanthanides, you have to write this in your notebook that position of lanthanides. We have made a common statement that third B group and sixth period. This should be borne in mind while attending the MCQ type question, that is the position of lanthanides is a third B group. We have seen first A group, second A group like this. And after this, third B group starts. Here H, Li, Na, K, Rb, Cs, Fr. Here this is known as a period. First period, second period, third period, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And after cesium, atom number 54, it is of barium, 55 barium. So here, this is the exact position of lanthanides. So which is this position? Sixth period and third B group. So sixth period, which starts with cesium, and after cesium comes a barium from second A group of the periodic table, and after barium, here the series from atom number 57 lanthanum to lutetium atomic number 71. So all these elements are placed in a common group third B and sixth period. So this is how we can assign the position of these lanthanide elements. So here the lanthanide elements, you should remember that having 4F is the electron subshell, then 5D and 6S. You should also remember all the lanthanide elements have 3 incomplete shells. This word also very important because sometimes MCQ based question may be asked that all lanthanide elements are having dash number of incomplete shells. So the answer should be 4F. Here we know that 0 to 14, 5D, 0 to 1 and 6S2. So this is a general electronic configuration that is assigned to all the lanthanide elements. So you should remember these two important facts about the lanthanides. The position is a third B group, sixth period, and these are characterized by presence of the 3 incompletely filled electronic subshell. So this is how we have finished the first part of this topic, that is known as the lanthanides. Immediately we are going to proceed further with the another series of elements, that is, as we aware that the periodic table which contains 4 blocks, as we know. This is a schematic representation of the periodic table. This is S block of the periodic table. This is a P block of the periodic table, the D block of the periodic table, and this is known as a F block of the periodic table. We have finished the first series from lanthanum to lutetium atom number 71, which contains 15 elements where the characteristic electron subshell where the incoming electron enters into 4f orbital. After this series of 15 elements, one more series is there. That series is known as 5f elements. This is known as a 5f elements, wherein the first element having atom number 89, actinium, and which ends with lawrencium LR103. Again, there is a series of 15 elements. Here, the first member that is known as a actinium. This is known as a actinium, and hence for this reason, this series is named as actinide series, similar to that of the lanthanide series. That is, the lanthanum being the first member of the series. Here, the point that one should bear in mind that even though there are 15 members in which are present in this series, that is AC, PH, PA, U, NP, PU, AM, CM, BK, CF, ES, FM, ER, PM, and yes, FM, MD, NO, and LR. Sorry. These are the 15 members from atomic number 89 to 103, that is lawrencium. Here, I would like to pay your attention on these four members, that is atom number 89, 90, 91, and 92. These are the four members. They do occur naturally. Now, what is about remaining 11 members from atom number 93 to 103? These members, they do not occur naturally, but these are man-made elements which are known as artificial elements which are obtained by nuclear bombardment. So only the first four members of the series, that is actinium, thorium, protactinium, and uranium, they occur naturally, and remaining elements after uranium, that is from neptunium to lawrencium, they are man-made or they can be synthesized artificially by nuclear bombardment. Now, if at all these elements are man-made or synthesized artificially, the question was arised in the early days in front of the scientists that which names are to be given for all these elements, because every element is to be identified or recognized with the help of its name, similar to that you are also identified or recognized by your own name. So the question was arise that how the artificially synthesized elements, those can be named. So scientists in the early days, they have thought of that we should give the names of certain planets. For example, they have given the name of one element from the name of the planet, that is Neptune, and from this the name of element is given as a neptunium. Atom number 94 is a plutonium. This name was derived from the world planet, that is a Pluto, from which the name is derived as a plutonium. So after completion of these names also, again scientists were discovered some more elements having the similar characteristic properties or as those were exhibited by all other elements. So again they have thought of certain areas where these elements were discovered or synthesized. So there are certain areas, for example, America. Certain elements were discovered in America, and hence the name that is given is americium, that is atom number 95. This is atom number 95, which was discovered in America. Then one more element is known as Berkeley, which is a very important city, major city in London, from which the name is derived as the Berkelium. One more very famous city that is present in USA, that is known as the California. And from this, the new element where it is discovered, from which the name where it is discovered, and hence it is known as Californium. So after again completion of these elements, the research was going on how to synthesize these elements artificially, and they have also found some other newer elements. And now again the question was arise, what the name should be given. So they have thought of the scientists who have major contribution in the chemistry. The names of these scientists should be given to the newly found element. Here, one element that is having atom number 99, which is known as Einstein. As we know, he has given very important equation, that is E is equal to mc square, and from which the name is given as Einsteinium. Then one more element that was discovered for this element, the new name that is given, that is Mendeleev, and from which the name is derived as a Mendelevium. You might be knowing the scientist Curie, from which the Curie temperature, from this the name is also derived as a curium. So these newly synthesized elements or artificially synthesized elements were given the names of planets. They are given also the names of the areas where they are invented, and some elements they are also given the names of the Nobel scientists, and from which the names were derived. So only few seconds are left. You have to rejoin again by clicking the same link. Thank you.